have that conflict going through.
Stop it. Okay, you better stop
Good, thanks, Dawn.
apologizing.
So Kara Weber won't be joining us today.
Aw.
Well, she was my partner, so do I just send you what I have? Will that work?
I thought we could just spend time with our modules in the breakout rooms in case people didn't get a chance to do it. And we can kind of get caught up with where we are. Sherry, maybe you'd like to join Tammy in doing this. We're kind of looking at the slideshow and trying to
Ron.
of the outline.
Okay. Is the most recent outline the one that you sent originally?
Mhm.
Okay,
Hello.
sure. I'm happy to, I would love to work with Tammy.
Me too.
Alright.
Ryan.
Right. And
I just got something quick I gotta do, so I'll be right back.
okay.
Hi, Bob. Hello, everyone.
Thank you for
Hi,
sending that. I just
Hi, Amy.
downloaded it. Thank you for that.
You're
Hi,
welcome.
Amy.
Hello.
Hello, hello.
Mm,
I'm sorry I didn't get to come Friday morning for the gathering.
Oh, that's fine. We're already, yeah, we did the gathering and then we were already planning for the community of practice in April, so no breathing.
Sweet.
Yay! I'm glad you're still breathing, Amy.
Yeah.
Well, you did amazing.
Oh, well, thank you. We all did good.
When was your gathering?
It was November 9th and 10th.
Oh. Cool.
Shelby says she's gonna hop on as soon as she can. She's in a
Okay.
meeting with Jeff.
Tammy, did you want to, oh, did you put it in chat or did you send?
I'm putting the draft that Amy forwarded, which is now starting to move things around.
Okay,
So Bob, I didn't see anything on the outcomes, or are we dropping those? I didn't see those in the outline.
So outcomes is with goals.
Okay.
So it's goals and outcomes. Just change.
Okay, so those slides are just kind of hanging out towards the end because I wasn't sure where
Okay.
they were going.
Yeah, from the flow standpoint, once people identify what to keep the same and what to change, it goes into now thinking about this, what sort of outcomes do you want in your life?
Got it.
And all of Shelby's progression of goals and outcomes is great because it shows that it doesn't happen overnight.
Yes.
And they change.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I love about hers, is showing that, oh, it's okay to have a different path.
Yes. To
Yep.
try new things.
Yep, sometimes one path works and sometimes you have
Hey guys,
and-
I was
Hey.
on a different, I was on James's side. And
Whoops.
then James didn't know the passcode, so he just got,
So that worked out well then.
yeah.
And
I-
he's saying all these great
Okay,
things
you're
and he's
making-
on mute.
James, you're making us lip read.
Yeah.
James.
We ended up on a different meeting. I don't get it.
Ooh.
It's 39 degrees here in South Dakota.
It's 8 Celsius here in Vancouver.
Wow. Uh-oh.
So that's about the same, isn't it?
So wait, 8
No,
below?
it's not at all. It's probably around 40.
Oh,
You want me to
Yeah.
convert it for you, eh?
Yeah.
So that's pretty close to 39.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
I don't think it has quite reached 40 yet.
it's 54
Turn.
here.
54. Oh, you're cold, Derek.
Actually, it's warmer than it's been for the past 2 weeks.
Hmm.
Yeah, for me, for Thanksgiving, we're going to have 17 people at my parents' house.
Oh, geez.
17.
Oh my gosh,
Mm.
I
I
hope
can't
you're
even
not-
imagine.
I hope you're not on bottle washing duty. It's a
No.
lot of dishes, buddy.
Mhm.
How about for
Okay.
you guys?
There's gonna be 6 for us.
I already did the dishes. We had ours a month ago.
Yeah,
You're in the future.
We are in the future.
all right, so I know we don't have much time. So I've created some breakout rooms. If people have their outline available, bring that into your breakout room with you. And in chat, I put an updated slide deck that Amy and Shelby started working on with moving slides around in module 4.
And are we allowed to admit that with everything else we've been doing, we didn't get it done?
Yeah, so let's
Yeah.
use this version that I'm putting in chat that we'll use to move slides around. That way we'll all
Okay.
be having the same version. And
Mhm.
if you send it to me, I can upload it to Teams, and each time I upload it with changes, it'll self-populate.
Okay.
So we'll continue to look at the modules. Module 1 is Derek, Kathy, and myself.
Yep.
Module 2 is James, Ryan, and Jen. Excuse me. Module 3 is Tammy, Kara Weber, and Sherry. And module 4 right now is Amy. We're waiting for Shelby.
Yep. And then
And
waiting
Jeff-
for Kira as well, too.
Mhm.
Yeah, Kara Weber won't be here today. She's got another appointment she has to be at.
Or another meeting, yep.
Mhm.
And
Sorry about that, everyone. I just had to step away for a quick second.
welcome back.
We always.
Welcome
have
back,
to do that.
Ryan.
And Michael and Kara are still busy on Mondays for right now.
Mhm.
It's all right.
Mhm.
Sorry, Ryan, I didn't know you were here. I was phoning you. That was me
Okay, I
phoning you.
Mhm.
I need some help because, the one that I used out of the Google Drive had a whole module, and this version has like 5 slides. So can you help me understand for sure what we're doing here?
What version has 5 slides?
Module 3 doesn't have very many slides to it before it goes to, if you take out like the agenda and agreements, there's not very many slides before it goes in module 4.
Okay, so module 3 should have all the working, not working stuff.
Not in this version, we don't, not in the one that you just said.
Yeah, module 3 has the puppy, what's working, not working. Supports. But I didn't know what supports making things clearer was, so I just put
Yeah,
like a holder slide that says supports making things clearer.
Mhm.
So I think the supports making things clearer was pulling in all the homework that for the evening activity, what other people thought about what supports are needed. And then we help people reframe that in their own words.
Okay.
Because part of that conversation really is, you know, like we talk about in important forest, people have
Mhm.
good intentions about what we should do, but if it doesn't resonate for us, we're not really gonna do it.
Is there really 153 slides? Ooh.
Yep, that sounds about right.
Good grief.
So that's about 80 slides a day if we were doing a 2-day.
Yep. Sounds about right.
Well, it would be, if you're doing a live, it would be less slides because you wouldn't have the important information.
Mhm.
Those 2 slides, you'd be dropping probably about, because I took this and used it to make my live one. And I dropped quite a few slides that are more for the virtual, where you have to review things every four times.
Mhm.
So it does drop probably about 10, 15 slides.
Okay.
And
So,
then, go ahead.
no, that's okay. I'm good.
Are you breaking up today or no?
Yes, we're gonna break up right now. So have your outline available. And focus on your module, really thinking about a couple of things. The order of the outline. If we need more slides or we need to move slides from other places. If there's any videos in this section that we need to look at and clarify. And some of them will have multiple videos. We pick the ones based upon our audience. And how about, it's 1/4 right now. How about we do 20 minutes? We come back in 20 minutes and just kind of do a quick debrief.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Thank you.
Awesome.
All right. So let me.
Okay, so we're not looking at anything in regards to pages and all that, since the trainer's guide doesn't follow the slideshow and isn't up to date, correct?
Right, let's get the slides in the order we want them to be, and then
Mhm.
we can move the trainer's guide around. I think we have a lot of this stuff. It's just moving it into the sequence that we want.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah.
yeah. I'm a little concerned for module 1. I was trying to add up the minutes, based off of the old trainer's guide, and I feel like that one, depending on how quickly people can get through stuff,
Right.
Oh,
that one might be one where.
Yeah, and I do think a lot of it is, it looks like a lot because I pulled everything out,
mhm.
but I don't think when you're actually doing it, it's going to take that long. Because there's not many activities in module 1.
Nope, there isn't.
But we have added, I think we've added communication chart in there.
We have communication
Mhm.
chart, the relationship map. Those 2. So when it says like important 2, important 4, that's just introducing the concept. That's not writing things down.
Right.
Okay.
That's just going over the 4 key things that you're gonna learn in the training. What's important to you,
Okay.
what's important for you, good balance, what to keep the same and what to change.
That's what the review is. Okay.
All right. Any other questions before we go to breakout room?
No,
All right.
we're good to go
So
here.
then where in the outline do they put in important 4? I see that we do an activity, we do favorite things, collage, what I don't like,
Mhm.
but where would that be? Module 3?
Should be.
Where are we actually looking at?
Actually, yes, it is in module 3. What's making things clearer now, it's all coming back to me, is how do we define supports for ourselves, all the important for stuff? What supports do we need to stay healthy, to stay safe? How do we put it in our words the way we want to be supported, rather than having other people support us the way they think we should be supported?
All right, so then we may need to move some things that I put in module 1 into the other modules.
Okay,
Because I thought that this was, we're introducing the concept, we're getting important to writing it down. So some of that stuff will need to be moved.
okay. Yeah, and I think that really is all the important for stuff.
Mhm.
The supports we need at home, in the community, in new places. All right. All right, I'm gonna open up the breakout rooms. Amy, you're by yourself right now. Shelby's not here. Derek,
Yep, I'm right here.
module 1, okay. All right, I'll be in there just a second. I just gotta talk with Amy.
Hey, guys, I'm back.
Hello, hello.
Yeah,
How did things go?
Module 4 went awesome. We
Module
all
2
agreed with everything.
mhm. Module 2 went good. We were able to reduce it to what, 90 minutes?
what do you think, James? You're muted.
We
I'll mute
added
it.
time to it because it only had 10 minutes for collage and 10 minutes for great things about you. And we've done those for so many years and it takes way more time if you
Yes, it
want
does.
to.
Yeah,
So we got it up to 90 minutes plus then maybe another 10 for the Q&A, which still left 20 minutes.
yep.
So I think we have to dig around on timing as well.
Okay, so
Yeah,
that
we
would
could
be,
drag time and still have time.
that would be the second half of day 1.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, and for module 1, we talked about reducing, it's kind of reducing well, module 1, beginning was pretty okay, but we figured out, like Pee Wee, like from, like the Mr. Bean, was trying to figure out if he's going to give a tip or not, then he give the cough drop to a bell ringer.
mhm.
That was interesting because that there is kind of concern for that.
Yeah, and we talked about that and I think what we were also talking about, Derek, if I'm remembering correctly, there's a lot of videos in module 1.
Yeah,
And so we need to look at those and see how much time those take.
yeah. That was like 58 seconds or something.
Well, Mr. Bean was a good introduction. That's the only one we watched.
Yeah.
But they all have their merit and we need to think about how they all fit in.
Yeah,
We
Well, sorry to interrupt, but you separated them into modules, which indicates pretty much that the in-person workshops would operate differently with timings and the modules, because those operate within a 2-hour window.
Right.
So yeah, timings are different from in-person and online.
right. So module 1 and module 2 would make up day 1.
Yeah,
So they need to be about 3.5 hours.
yeah,
Yeah.
but the time is different.
When you say 3.5 hours, so what I'm looking at doing a live training, we do 6 hours, but we do an hour lunch. So that's 5 hours, then 2 15-minute breaks. So that's like 4.5 hours. So we're doing at least 4 hours of training on day 1 and 4.5 or so on day 2. Depends. Sometimes it's a little less and we leave a bit early, but sometimes with bigger groups, it's rushing it a little bit because we're trying to give people more time to talk. We haven't been getting big groups lately. I think COVID killed that, but it will happen. We're training in Victoria and we had 6 people, 3 bailed. So we got 3 people coming, but we're still
Wow.
doing it because we want to keep going. What I've done with the live, I may be going off track, sorry. Well, I've moved videos around. There's too many videos for a full day in
Yeah.
day 1. And I've moved some of them into day 2, but I'm sitting there trying to figure out how, some of them are a little cryptic. They're a little hard to, they kind of communicate something, but for some people, I won't get it. So we're kind of looking at them, figuring that out.
See, for us, a full day of training is a full day of training, like 8:30 to 4:30. So
Yeah,
these
ours is
modules
like
are-
9 to 3 Because we're doing schools and some of that, they want to be gone at 2:30. So we've had to figure out how do we modify this? So sometimes we'll have 10-minute breaks and a half-hour lunch. So it just all depends on, because we don't want to rush it.
Right,
Mhm.
Yeah, you definitely wouldn't be able to get through
right.
everything we did in that amount of
Well,
time.
you guys have more at it. You've added more to it.
Half of your microphone's been turned
And-
off.
And that's probably why you need that fuller day, because you've got more stuff with Shelby's goals and all of that stuff. We don't have as much. And it's probably I'm looking at that figuring we do need a little more because some people still don't quite get goals. And that
Mhm.
really helps people understand what a goal is and how to work towards it and what they're working towards. So that, that's
Yeah.
something that definitely is worth exploring more.
Yeah, I feel like as a community, we need to decide what this training looks like. Is it a, is it a
And-
2
Oh.
8-hour day training? Is it a
Yep.
12-hour training?
Exactly. And I remember, Bob, I don't remember several times when we thought we had plenty of time and all of a sudden people's transportation
Transportation.
showed up.
Right,
That's typical everywhere. It's universal.
right. So we need to be clear about what the time frame is for the class.
Mhm.
But that's confusing. So we're taking that many hours to do live, but we're doing virtual in 8 hours.
Virtual, I think, is 4 4-hour components.
Yeah.
It is. I thought it was 4 2-hour components.
Yeah, I thought it was more too.
The 4-hour components.
Not the
For-
one that we do in Texas. The one we do in Texas, 4 hours.
It's 4 hours because it came across as 2.
Yeah, because if that's the case, module 2 has to be reworked. Where we have module 2 in 90 minutes.
Yeah, see that,
All the timing in there is saying 2 hours.
What are you referring to, James?
When you go on the sheet that Bob's put together and
oh, I don't have any time on the outline.
okay.
We do.
So we had it where it was 2 hours. We didn't do all the breaks. So it's day 1 was 2 hours, day 2 was 2 hours, day 3 was 2 hours, and day 4 was 2 hours.
Oh,
So
you
what
did
you're
4
saying-
days. Oh, 4 hours. Okay, that's right. Okay.
So
Okay.
you're saying they should be 4 hours.
Yeah,
Okay, there's confusion because I can't keep a person on a Zoom call 4 hours.
No, I can't either.
I can't.
I thought that was part of our discussion was about how many hours can you keep a person on a Zoom call?
yeah, well, I would say 3 hours. would be-
Basically, after 2, I find that after 2 hours, people tend to glaze over.
Yeah,
They just get tired of being on the computer, being on a Zoom call. They glaze over after 2 hours and stop listening.
So that's a whole thing in itself we got to discuss now.
Exactly.
'Cause I don't
I
want, I
don't-
don't,
If you're gonna do 2 hours, then it'll have to be more than 4 sessions. Because you're not gonna be able to get everything in 2-hour sessions.
that's true, yeah. Hmm.
I think we just added some more of these meetings to our calendar.
Hmm.
well. Hmm,
Well, it might.
Hmm.
How do I say this gently?
Say it gently.
Nothing goes faster in person.
Right.
You get people together. So it could be that the outline is the same, but the time it takes is quite different. How people connect when they're in person for a whole day is a different kind of energy, and you can use people together in a different way than you can in Zoom.
Mhm.
Exactly.
So I'm not, I don't think there's a time. I don't think the time is equal if you.
Oh.
I'm
I know
struggling.
it. I know what you're trying to say.
I
think-
I find,
I find it being just like our PCT training where the curriculum is written and how you divide that up. It doesn't really matter. You just go with the flow of the slides. It doesn't matter if, maybe we'll have to have a live version and a remote version, but how you break it up into your time would be up to you and your co-trainer and how that works for each team.
Exactly.
I look at it as some sessions, you don't get as much interaction, especially when it's virtual, and it goes a little quicker. And we'll try to make sure people are getting it and asking, but it goes faster. In person, there's a little, as you said, there becomes a little more camaraderie and they spend a little more time talking and
Mhm.
but I see I need to change them to at least 3 hours because I felt like we were rushing through it, but I guess I got confused and thought it said 2 hours. So
Yeah, I'm sorry if I did anything that
I
contributed.
don't
to
think
that.
you did. I just we'll work it out.
You know what, we have to just stretch our times out
Yeah,
Yeah.
a
and
little bit more.
I often, I kind of wonder as well if younger attendees have more stamina with computer-based things because they've been gaming a lot more than us older folks have. They
Definitely.
are, you know,
Mhm.
electronic devices are part of their appendage these days.
Mhm.
So let
That's
me
a
add
truth.
to that, Bob. I get tired of looking at the screen, so I've hired this guy who's like 29, who's like was raised on a computer. The first thing he said is, "You're printing off workbooks? Why aren't you getting tablets?" And then you allow the person to use the tablet. They do their whole thing. The template's on there. They fill it all out. They email it to themselves. You keep a copy of it and you save a tree and
Mhm.
they can go into it and change it and do whatever and share it with their service provider, their funder or whatever. Why are you using paper? And he said,
Let's save on paper if you use a tablet.
the kids are going to be more interactive when you put a screen in front of them than when you're up front talking at them.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And it came from the, out of the mouth of somebody who's just, that's what they've done all their life.
Right. And so the question is, where do we get the funds to get tablets for?
Well, that's the thing. I said,
Oh, yeah.
I gotta
Yeah.
talk to where I've been fortunate to get some grants, but are they willing to allow us to buy tablets? He said you can rent them too, or there's different things you can do.
Oh.
So you rent them, they use them in their, so this would be for live. So if you're doing it virtual, they're on their computer anyhow.
Right.
So they could probably do it on their computer. Now, I know, Amy, you did it more virtual with a template, right? And they weren't doing it.
We use Google Slides when we did it online. And I would just give everybody their link in the chat. They would click on it and go, and
And they
it would
love
be
it, right?
yeah, and they would be in the breakout rooms. So there would be people supporting those. If someone needed support typing, then they would just use their link to go into their plan and type out whatever they needed, and then it was theirs. They could download it as a PDF, download it as PowerPoint, and do whatever they wanted.
So she's in the
Cool.
21st century. I'm in the 20th century.
The only challenging thing is
Mhm.
the only way for me to have been able to create the templates was that I had to create a photo basically of the plan, and then it would have text boxes, so it's not friendly if someone is using like a screen reader or something like that.
Right. That's what I did with the one-page profiles or descriptions. And now somebody said, I don't even like that. So it's about me is what they said. We want to call it about me. Or they just said something more personal. So I was able to open up and have edit where they could go into the boxes and write stuff. But it wasn't as friendly as I would have liked it. So I've hired somebody to help me with this techie stuff, so we'll just get our stuff done, and then I might sick him on it because he's helping me coordinate the workbook, the PowerPoint, and the trainer's manual. Because it's making me crazy. And I said, I need a set of eyes that is more tech savvy to help me with this. So I'm slowly working on that.
So what did y'all cut out to make it
You
do
don't
90
need,
minutes?
we didn't cut anything out.
Oh,
That's
so you
just the
just
time. So
label
we
it.
we added stuff because we felt it wasn't enough time. So whoever put the time in must have just put numbers in there. So we started looking at it as Jen's
I
taught
did.
it and Ryan's taught it and I've taught it for years. And we're going, no, that takes longer, this,
Yeah.
that.
Are you talking about the times in the PowerPoint?
But they're talking about
The exercise.
from the in-person,
Yes, it's
they're-
the
Yes,
in
they are.
person.
Yes.
working from totally different.
My head's
Huge.
really in person right now because that's what we're doing is a bunch of in person. We are doing some virtual. And I agree, I'm gonna have to switch it to 3 hours because 2 hours is too fast.
I just didn't know what you were referring to when you kept saying whoever wrote the time. I didn't know if you meant the time in
No,
the
in-
slides where it says.
In the slides or wherever, in that breakdown somewhere there, somebody had put times in it, so.
Yeah, that,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
that was me. So it does like add up to
Yeah,
the full 8 hours per day.
And those are in the trainer notes and the slides.
Yeah,
so when you say 8 hours per day, is that with a lunch hour and a couple of breaks? So it's kind of
that
like
is with,
6.5 hours if you, and minus your breaks? So 6.5,
yes, so if we did
Okay.
it, in
Yeah, 6.5.
person, they would get like 2 breaks. I mean, it's really very similar to PCT. So,
Right.
you know, when we do PCT, we get 2 breaks and a lunch. So that's what they did. When we were
Yeah.
doing it live, it was really more like every 50 minutes, they would get a break, like a 10-minute break. And
Okay.
they got their lunch break.
Yeah. We didn't, in fact, I guess we didn't factor in breaks and whatnot.
and I think that's a personalized thing. And
Mhm.
you kind of gauge your crowd.
Mhm. Yeah.
Right, well, I would, we have about 3 minutes left. I would propose we keep working on the modules, come back next
Yeah.
Monday and see where we're at with things.
Mhm.
Yeah. James and I won't be able to be there because we have a live workshop we're teaching.
Okay,
Okay.
Rats.
The following week we can be, but not that week.
okay.
Right.
So any changes that you guys have made to slides, please send them my way. I'll compile them all into one document and get it out to everybody. But I'll
I'll
put it on
send you-
Teams where everyone will have access to it.
Yeah,
Did everyone, was everyone able to get into the Teams channel?
I do.
I couldn't.
Maybe still
I
could?
could. I could.
I downloaded everything, but I couldn't get in for some reason, but I'll figure it out.
Don't know
I
if I
think, I think I was, but I'm not.
That's Microsoft Teams. I
Oh,
used
yeah.
to, at work, that's how we didn't have Zoom, we used Teams, so I've got it, I'll figure it out.
I'll
I'll
figure it
connect with
out.
Oh, and I'll connect with you, Bob. I may not have got an invite, so.
No, okay. Oh,
And when did you say we were meeting again?
Next Monday,
The 28th.
same bat channel.
Maybe the 28th.
I gotta facilitate the mentor mashup, so I won't be here.
And I'd
Well,
love to
that's
get
what
the
the
mentor
mashup thing.
mashup, but yeah.
Oh,
Mhm.
yeah, you know what? I won't be here either because I am doing the final session of the learning collaborative we got going on. So how about we go 2 weeks out? We'll skip next week.
Yeah,
and Do the first week in December.
yeah,
Sounds grand.
that's
Well, half of
great.
us won't be here next week, so yeah, we probably should
Yeah.
skip it.
Yeah, because of,
All right, so I'll
So
send
the-
you a notice. Amy, I'm gonna connect you to Debbie Paul, our admin assistant, admin manager, who can troubleshoot Teams with you. Get you in
Okay.
there.
I feel like it has to do with aday@tmu.edu and then Minette Amy Day at, because when I click on it, it says you need permission.
Okay,
Yeah, and yes, she's good at walking through that. And
Mm.
Tammy, are you coordinating the next time to meet? Since I'm just sort of new on the group with Kara?
I can do that. I won't be able to attend the 5th or the 12th though.
okay,
Okay.
So I can get with Kara and try to get with you and come up with something before then. But in the meantime, I will send Bob what I do have from the previous version that I downloaded out of the Google Doc, so.
great.
Mhm.
Should we
So-
meet- and
so
should we meet on the 19th of December?
Then we'll go ahead and meet on the 5th of December.
Yeah,
Fifth of
Tammy won't
December.
be able to
That's a good
join us.
idea.
So we got, like I told the board that we'd have this done before the next gathering. So we got until June at least.
Except those of us who are trying to implement.
Like to have it
Get
done
it.
before then.
We'll get it done. Calm down.
Yeah,
Don't
Sorry.
make me give you a
I
virtual
know.
smack.
I'm live training for 2 weeks in a row and
Mhm.
I'm coordinating things and I'm going a little bananas because I'm, as we know, I'm doing it on the fly with my makeshift PowerPoints until we get this
Oh.
all sorted.
Yeah, and
My goodness
I'm-
gracious.
I'm working with some PPT trainer candidates December 7th and 8th, so I need to have a working version.
Good grief.
Yeah, and I'll have to get the people putting together back to work again for South Dakota.
Yeah, Derek, could
Mhm.
you reach out to the South Dakota folks to find out who's still interested in being a trainer?
Like
So,
to be certified and all that, yeah.
yeah,
Hmm.
so Jackie and
Isaac won't be doing it because he is in Castlewood.
okay. All right, so yeah, all of the trainers that we worked with, find out who's still interested,
Like
Chanel.
Chanel and all that, yeah. mhm.
okay?
Chanel would be part of it, yes. It's
We
just,
have a,
I will talk to Christy.
Okay. Mark, Kevin,
Mike is working at Walmart at all times because he doesn't have rides.
right, but Mark from Winter,
I'll try to check with him.
okay,
And Kevin, I'll check with him, but I don't know if he's gonna do it because he works a lot with you know, because he does dishes in Rapid or something at the base.
yeah, well, it's been a long time because COVID really put a stop to things, so we just need to
Yeah.
reach out to folks, see who's still interested.
Yep, I'll check with
Mhm.
Christy.
Great, thank you.
Well, with that, I will talk to you later, guys.
bye, guys.
Enjoy your 17-person meal.
All right,
Yeah.
bye.
Do your meals,
Get out of
guys.
the dishes.
Bye, guys. Happy Thanksgiving to the Americans.
Yeah, and
Thank
happy
you.
Thanksgiving
Thank you.
from the
Okay.
people. Send us some turkey up here.
Try to. Bye.
All right.
I would if I
Bye,
knew
everyone.
how.
Happy
See you later,
Thanksgiving.
everyone.
Tammy, I hope the threes are over and done with, and this is.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's rough.
Yeah.
So thanks, everybody.
Bye.
Thank you.
2 weeks. So
Happy
2 weeks.
holidays.
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay,
Have a
bye.
great
Thanks,
holiday.
Sherry.
Thank you.
Thanks. Sherry, I'll send
There's,
you an invite.
there's Michael asking me to pick him up.
Bob, can you stay on for just a moment?
See ya.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
See you later.
All right, Bob, I'm gonna send you this PowerPoint. I didn't really do that. I just tweaked a little tiny bit for module 4.
Okay.
Then I found the slides for rituals and routines and
Uh-huh.
added those back in.
Okay, great. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Bye.
Bye.